Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I'd like to say called it, but even still, I was only guessing, and so was everybody else. But it's nice to be right about it, you know? And now we can stop bugging you guys about the Ghost and about the Ghost crew because it's here. Yeah. They're coming. I checked the count just before we started recording this interview, and we're just under 6,000.
Oh, no, we're past
6,000.
We're past 6,000 now?
We're almost near 6,200. Yeah. We've checked it more obsessively than you.
Hang on. I got to refresh. It says 59 on mine. It says 59 on mine. Hang on.
Oh, you're in the app. Sometimes the app's a little bit.
Oh, is it? Oh, wait. It just refreshed. Yep, we're just 2 away from 6,200.
Yeah.
6,203.
62.
Thank you for those 5 people out there, wherever you are.
For within that split second of us. No, it's this number. No, it's this number. No, it's higher now. It's probably already at 7 something now, as we've been talking about it. Hopefully. But wow, what a beast. What a beast. So, when did you guys start talking about doing the Ghost as the HasLab project for VC?
Well, it's complicated. I think we initially talked about the Ghost back when we were still working on the Razor Crest, but what really brought it all together is when Ahsoka content really started to solidify, and we were getting assets from Lucasfilm. They knew what we were talking about, sharing ideas with them, and then getting assets from them to know that it was coming in Ahsoka. I mean, that gave us 4 years of relationship with the Ghost through Rebels, which is near and dear to everybody's heart. And then knowing that it was coming in new entertainment and that we could hit that window for this, I think that's really when it kicked in. And that was probably a year ago, maybe 9 months. It's been a hectic season. So, yeah.
If it was 9 months, it seemed like a year.
Yeah. This week has been the longest month ever. Yeah.
Tell me about it. So what are some of the challenges that came with doing such a large ship like the Ghost in 3 3/4 scale? Because obviously it's not 100% to scale, right? It might be a little bit smaller. The Phantom 2 it definitely isn't quite to 100% scale, but we also had to make it fit. So what were some of the challenges that came with making this come together?
Well, yeah, you're right. There are compromises in compressing of scale. I mean, that we've done that across things. So a speeder bike in TVC, you can be pretty accurate to actual size. As you start to get bigger and bigger and bigger in vehicles, you have to compress scale a little bit. We've done that with the Razor Crest, even the X-Wing a little bit compressed. The Big Millennium Falcon. And I think everybody's kind of used to seeing that and the distortions that have to take place. What it does is it buys you a way to have the vehicle, to experience that external, but also to have lots of play space inside. So your figures still fit, you still get great scenes. And the Ghost is no different than that. But the difference on the Ghost is that it is the biggest vehicle we've done that way. So finding a way, because we want to keep the relative scale between our vehicles at least stepping up. If it's bigger than this, we want it to be bigger than that in our stuff. So that's why the Ghost is the biggest starship we've ever done. It's bigger than the Big Millennium Falcon because in content, the Ghost is a much larger ship. So it was on the short list of it's got to be bigger than that. And then that started setting parameters for us. So we knew roughly how big we wanted it to be. We started talking about pricing for the campaign, where we wanted to be, where we thought fans would be comfortable, what would make it successful and allow us to deliver all those details. And then it's just a swirl of refinement and trying to figure out all that stuff. Working with Lucasfilm, what kind of detail and reference were we going to get? Well, when we started getting reference that was the 3D model of the ship from Ahsoka, I mean, that started to help things along. We were developing our ship at the same time they were developing their ship. So details that are on the Ahsoka ship, that's what you're looking at here is the Ahsoka version of the ship. And working on the interior while they were developing interiors. So working on the deco, all that stuff. It all comes together that way.
So this question is for both of you. what would you say is your favorite feature that you either A, worked on the HasLab Ghost project, or just your favorite feature on the HasLab Ghost project in general?
Yeah, no, for me, it's the features kind of loosely, but it's the figures. Like everything's coming together on this campaign. Obviously, most requested item here for a vintage HasLab, syncing up with Ahsoka Entertainment, seeing it here at SDCC, and we have a long history with HasLab, right? We launched the very first HasLab with the barge, had a then record-setting campaign with the Razor Crest. We've learned a lot since then, and one thing we've heard from the community is the importance of having those figures infused into that campaign and seeing them here at launch. So we knew with a vehicle like the Ghost, the crew is so important. You need something to fly that Ghost around. And so we decided early on to include a lot of the characters from the crew in with the campaign as tiers and show them here at launch. So it's great seeing, obviously, Hera, who comes with the base offering. Ezra's the first tier at 11,000. Kanan at 14,000. Zeb at 17,000. We showed Sabine from Ahsoka Entertainment, so she's coming. Obviously, we have that head of Chopper. I think it's safe to say if we get to 17,000, there will be 17,000 good reasons to complete that crew with the Season 4 looks and the mural card back. So for me, it's the figures.
Okay.
Yeah, and for me, I think it's about the scale of this thing in general and what that allowed us to do. Detail-wise on the exterior, there's a ton of detail, and the little, we call them greebly strips around the outside, the cockpit, and this is a family ship. Like the crew of the Ghost is family, and there are a lot of them. Unfortunately, for the size of this thing, fortunately for the size of the thing, that gives us a lot of room when we're this big to address that. So when we start opening up the ship, and when we on the Ghost, I can start pulling some panels here for us, but we start to get into the thing and we look and we see it lets us at this scale do a cockpit where there's seating for everybody in the cockpit. There's the lounge in the back of the ship. So there's really a lot of great play space in here to really take advantage of how much we see in it. And I think that, feature-wise, scale it's a tough feature, but it allows so many little things to happen. It's kind of an encompassing feature for me.
I think it's important, right? In the launch video, the size of this is one of the first things we focus on. It's the largest starship we've ever done in Star Wars. Think about that. 45 years of Kenner and Hasbro producing Star Wars toys, and this is the largest starship ever. It's amazing. You guys did a great job.
Well, the team did a great job. This is a massive undertaking. Yeah. All of us. Because even the decision to do this, how much it was going to cost, where it was going to fit, the campaign, how we were going to roll this out to everybody, when, what it looks like, the partnership with Lucasfilm, all that. It's a giant team effort to bring these things here. And Patrick and I get the pleasure of talking about it and showing it to you guys, but there's a crowd of people behind us back from Rhode Island to Hong Kong, all working on this thing and helping to make it a reality.
Well, from all of us here at Rebelscum.com and all the Star Wars fans around the world, we truly thank you guys for bringing this project to life. I know you guys have been asked day in and day out constantly about, hey, can we get a Ghost for HasLab? And also, when are you going to release the Rebels characters for the TVC? As much as I've bugged you guys about doing a super battle droid in Black Series, for example, and I know I bugged you guys a lot, every single interview I've been a part of, somebody or multiple somebodies have asked for Rebels characters in TVC.
24 hours ago we had 0. Now we're seeing 5. So
it's really awesome.
Yeah,
it's really awesome.
I don't think we can hold that pace, but it's a good 2-day pace. Yeah.
And not only that, but even the packaging. We haven't, of course, seen the outer packaging for the Ghost yet, but that'll come in time. But the packaging choice for the Ghost crew themselves, going with that beautiful mural artwork drawn by Dave Filoni. Honestly, y'all couldn't have chosen a better set of artwork to go with.
Well, it was an important part of the decision here on these, and it kind of defined where we were going with the figures. The crew of the Ghost is is so well known from Rebels, and that's kind of the heartbeat moment. Like, that's where you get all the feels in Rebels, is looking at that mural. And there's that moment where Sabine is in front of that mural that she painted in the story. She paints that. And we see that echoed in the trailer for Ahsoka. We see Sabine, that exact scene replayed out in live action. So it's a great bridge piece, that mural. You said it. I mean, it's a piece that, excuse me, that Dave Filoni worked on himself. So that is holy ground for Star Wars fans, and we wanted to do that justice. I mean, our card backs took that mural as inspiration. We've used that as the inspiration for the costumes on the characters, but what we've done is we've pulled each of the individual characters out for their own individual card back and made sure that we worked hand in hand with the Lucasfilm and a great artist to really define those card backs and isolate those and just extend the pieces that were missing or hidden behind other characters in those mural pieces to really kind of ground that and tell that story.
And those card backs exclusive to the HasLab. That's the only place you'll be able to get figures on those card backs. And these versions of the characters, season 4, only place you'll be able to get those later season versions. So again, kind of just a great bridge, obviously, in the item and in the show.
Yeah, and I think an important note is that those are Rebels card backs. You've seen that in the images we've released. But like we've said, the ship itself is Ahsoka based. Mm-hmm. So all the detail, that's based off of the files we got from reference for Ahsoka. So the ship and the packaging for the ship will reference Ahsoka in the branding on there. But it'll still be in that classic TVC ship style packaging that you've seen from the Razor Crest and the barge and previous stuff.
I am very, very excited to see what that's going to look like. I'm picturing something maybe Lothal-esque, but like we said, it's probably going to be more Ahsoka-oriented, and something tells me we're probably not going to spend a ton of time on Lothal with this upcoming series, although I hope we do.
We'll have to see, yeah.
We'll see, well, in like a month.
33 days.
33 days.
Not that I'm counting.
Just cannot wait. I'm so excited for Ahsoka. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Once again, thank you for everything you guys do. Can't wait for future roundtable interviews with you guys, for later reveals coming up later in the year. And of course, can't wait to see you guys next year at SDCC once again. Absolutely. Guys, stay tuned for more Rebelscum.com content. Stay tuned for more SDCC content. And make sure, if you haven't already, that you back the ghost in. While you're at it, you might as well back two. Come on, don't stop at one.
HasbroPulse.com, everybody.
Might as well back two, and it's quickly growing. Let's see where it's at since we started.
That's a good point. Let's see here. So we're at 6203, 6224.
Oh,
20
okay.
backers in just this interview. So
very nice.
Yeah,
all right, let's keep
it going.
Let's keep it going. All right, let's see if we can get it all the way.
Thanks so much, guys.
We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. May the Force be with all of you, you Rebel scum.